Good morning, Proclaim 2025. Wow, it's such an honor to be here. Thank you. Thank you very much. You can have your seats. Now I'll greet well. Good morning, Proclaim 2025. It's such an honor to stand here before you. My name is Esther. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Apostle for giving me opportunities to grow, to serve, to learn, to meet people, and now to speak before you. I'm going to tell just my experiences from leading Catalyst. I lead Catalyst Shambogo. Catalyst is, I have a few minutes, guys. Catalyst is, you could sort of call it a movement. It's a movement of university students here at Worship Harvest. So usually we have fellowships, what we call Catalyst fellowships on Thursdays in a place, in the places near the universities. So it could be in a hostel, in a hall, in the churches, in places where we have churches near the universities. And that is what Catalyst is. In those spaces, we disciple students, and we really run it the way you'd run a movement. We actually have MCs, which are missional communities that we call Catalyst MCs. So these are also MCs that meet on semester. When the students are on the semester, they meet in these MCs. When they are off semester, usually it's a bit tricky because of where they live, different countries, different districts and towns. So you find that maybe they have to meet online and not physically. That's why we call them Catalyst MCs. I happen to lead Catalyst at Chambogo University. And in 2023, Apostle and Revma appointed me to lead it there. It was a bit of a challenge because I didn't know exactly what happens, but I said yes because I wanted to serve. I found that the fellowship had about an average attendance of about 30 students per week, which was, I would call it a challenge because, you see, Chambogo University has about 35,000 students. If your fellowship has just 30, you've not even started on the tip of the iceberg. And I started to think, what do I do? The fellowship was already existent, which meant these people had already moved with another leader. And now I had to come in, become there, get to know them basically before I could do anything with them. I didn't know what to do. But one of the things that Apostle had taught us strongly was that you've heard of PEV, praying, evangelism, visitation, teaching, and healing. And I thought, well, why not start from the top? Start with prayer. So I started to pray because really that's all I knew how to do. I was thinking, I don't know how to grow this fellowship. I'm going to just pray until God does something. And along the way, along my prayer journey, I realized I can't also do it alone all the time. You get discouraged. And I called some of the students in the fellowship who had sort of gravitated towards me, and we started to pray. I remember the first time we actually did an overnight. And I was thinking, how do you get university students to pray all night? I bought food. If you want to win with university students, have free food. And I don't know whether it was really an overnight to pray or to eat, but we managed to do both. We ate and prayed, but it wasn't consistent. So eventually we decided on a day, Wednesday. Usually on Wednesday we have MC. The missional community is broadcasted, we watch it, we have the fellowships in our small groups. And then after that we would come to Nalia because there is a space designated here for prayer. The place is called the Global Prayer Center. It's open 24 hours down in the basement. If you ever feel like praying and you need a space to pray, that is the best place to pray. So we went to the GPC, we call it GPC, Global Prayer Center, and started praying together. And we did that for a long time. Actually, we still do it. I think now it's been about 2 years of us praying together. And then we started to see the changes. From 30 people average in the fellowship, we averaged at around 90 now. About 90 students averagely come to the fellowship. Sometimes the numbers are much higher than that. And then the MCs grew, they multiplied. When I came in to lead, we had about 20 missional communities. Right now, the number is about 50. They've grown up to 50. And then the students that I was doing the prayer with all the time, eventually we started to birth zones. So MCs are a collection of a zone. If you have 5 or more MCs, it can become a zone. So it was one zone because there were about 20 MCs. And with the help of one of our leaders, our district pastor, Pastor Ruth Ma, we were able to multiply from one zone to 6 zones. So our over 50 MCs are in about 6 zones. And guess who the zonal pastors became? Because every zone has a pastor above it. The students that I was praying with, 5 out of the 6 zonal pastors we have are students that we prayed with in this fellowship. Even the one who didn't become a zonal pastor in our fellowship was transferred to another location, and he became a zonal pastor there. So there has been promotion, but also that the team spirit has grown so much. I'd like to share with you one scripture. It's in Acts chapter 2, I'll start at verse 42. It says, "And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and fellowship, in the breaking of bread and in prayers. Then fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done through the apostles." I'll read also verse 46 to 47. It says, "So continuing daily with one accord in the temple and breaking bread from house to house, they ate their food with gladness and simplicity of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to the church daily those who were being saved." I believe that for us, the other thing I didn't tell you is that we didn't just pray. We decided we were going to pray and read the word and add fasting to it. I remember the first time when I told some of them that we are going to fast for an extended period of time. One of them told me, "You see, I'm going to fast, but I'm doing it for you because I don't want to do it." But over time, now she's encouraging others to start praying. And the fellowship has, just like in the Acts of the Apostles, how they grew, I've found that the fellowship has also grown. Now that they are pastors and they have their own disciples, they have also started inviting others to the prayer session. Those who wouldn't pray 10 minutes are now praying, because when we start praying in the Global Prayer Center, we start at 9 p.m. to midnight. They pray 3 hours diligently, seamlessly, with ease. They have learned to pray, and this has led to so much growth and unity in our fellowship. I have come to believe that a generation that prays is a generation that prevails. Thank you so much.